Great good morning, officers. I, Sumit Singh, welcome all of you in Magadputra YouTube channel for UPSC Civil Services preparation. My dear friends, today in this video we are going to talk about the optional paper of agriculture in detail from the Gazette notification of 2019. So before going to start, first of all, if you are the first time on my channel Magadputra, then like it and share it and subscribe it for daily current affairs, point-wise summary and important news analysis related to UPSC preparation and the competitive examination of civil services. For the first time, if you are the first time, then subscribe it right now and press the bell icon as well. So let us start with the optional paper of agriculture, paper 1. There were two optional paper of any papers. So in this paper of agriculture, it a little start with JS paper 1 and later we will discuss the paper 2. In agriculture paper there is a two paper 1 and paper 2. First with we will start with paper 1. Then in the paper 1, the ecology and its relevance to man, natural resources, their sustainable management and conservation, physical and social environment as a factor of the crop distribution and production, agroecology, cropping pattern as indicators of environments, environmental pollution and associated hazards to crops, animals and humans, climate change, international conventions and global initiatives, greenhouse effects and global warming, advanced tools for ecosystems analysis, remote sensing (RS) and geographic information system (GIS). The cropping patterns in different agroclimatic zones of the countries, impact of high yielding and short durations, varieties of shift in cropping patterns, concept of various croppings and farming systems, organic and precision farming, packages of practices for production of important cereals, pulses, oilseed fibers, sugars, commercial of and fodder crops, important features and scopes of various types of forestry, plantations such as social forestry, agroforestry and natural forest, propagation of forest plants, forest products, agroforestry and value additions, conservation of forest flora and fauna. Now move forward. With their characteristics, disseminations and associations with various crops, their multiplications, cultural, biological and chemical control of its, multiplications, cultural, biological and chemical control of its, social, soil, physical, chemicals and biological properties, processes and factors of soil formation, soils of India, minerals and organic constituents of soils and their roles in maintaining soil productivity, essential plant nutrients and other beneficial elements in soils and plants, principles of soil fertility, soil testing and fertilizer recommendations, integrated nutrients management, biofertilizers, losses of nutrients in soil, nitrogen use efficiency in submerged rice soil, nitrogen fixation in soils, efficient phosphorus and potassium use, problem soils and their reclamation, soil factors affecting greenhouse gas emission, soil conservation, integrated watershed management, soil erosion, its management, dry land agriculture and its problems, technology for stabilizing agriculture productions in rain-fed areas, water use efficiency in relations to crop production, criteria for scheduling irrigations, ways and means of reducing runoff losses of irrigation water, rainwater harvesting, drip and sprinkler irrigation, drainage of waterlogged soil, quality of irrigation water, effect of industrial effluents on the soil and water pollution, irrigations project in India. Farms management scope, importance and characteristics, farm planning, optimum resources use and budgeting, economics of different type of farming systems, marketing management, strategies for development, market intelligence, price fluctuations and their cost, Role of cooperative in agriculture economy, types and system of farming and factors affecting it. Agricultural price policy, crop insurance. Agricultural extensions, its importance and role, methods of evaluation of extensions, problems, socio-economic survey and status of the big, small and marginal farmers. Landless agricultural laborers, training program for extensions workers, role of Krishi Vigyana Kendras (KVK) in dissemination of agricultural technologies, non-government organizations, NGOs, and self-help groups approach for rural development. So, in this video, we have seen the paper 1 of agriculture syllabus. Now move toward the paper 2. It's the paper 2 of agriculture optional syllabus. The cell structure, function of the cell type, synthesis, structure and function of genetic material, law of heredity, chromosome structure, chromosomal aberrations, linkages and crossover, and their significance in recombination, breeding, polydity, euploids and aneuploids, mutation, and their role in crop improvement, heritability, sterility and incompatibility, classification and their applications in crop improvement, cytoplasmic inheritance, sex-linked, sex-influenced and sex-limited characters, history of plant breedings, modes of reproduction, selfing and crossing techniques, origin, evolution and domestication of the crop plant, center of origin, law of homologous reach, crops, genetic resources, conservations and utilization, applications of principle of plant breeding, improvement of crop plants, molecular makers and their applications in plant improvement, pure line selections, pedigrees, mass and recurrent selections, combining ability, its significance in plant breeding, heterosis and its exploitations, somatic hybridization and breeding for disease and pest resistance, role of interspecific and intergeneric hybridization, role of genetic engineering and biotechnology in crop improvement, genetically modified crop plant, seed productions and processing technology, seed certifications, seed testing and storage, DNA fingerprints and seed registrations, role of public and private sector in seed productions, and marketing and intellectual property rights issues, WTO issues and its impact on agriculture, principles of plants physiology with reference to plant nutrition, absorptions, translocations and metabolism of nutrients, soil water plant relationship, enzymes and plant pigments, photosynthesis, modern concept and factors affecting the process, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, C3, C4 and CM mechanisms, carbohydrate, protein and the fat metabolism, growth and development, photoperiodism and vernalizations, plant growth substances and their role in crop productions, physiology of seed development and germinations, dormancy, stress physiology, drought, salt and water stress, major food plantations, crop, vegetable species and flowers crops, packages, practices of major horticultural crops, protected cultivation and high-tech horticulture, post-harvest technology and value addition of fruits and vegetables, landscaping and commercial floricultures, medicinals and aromatic plants, role of fruits and vegetables in human nutrition. Now, move forward. Diagnosis of pests and diseases of field crops, vegetables, orchards, and plantation crops and their economic importance, classification of pests and diseases and their management, integrated pest and disease management, storage pest and their management, biological control of pests and diseases, epidemiology and forecasting of major crop pests and diseases, plant quarantine measures, pesticides, their formulation and modes of action. Food production and consumption trends in India, food security and growing population, vision of 2020, resources for grain surplus, national and international food policies, production, procurement, distributions, constant availability of food grains per capita, expenditure on food, trends in poverty, public distribution system and below poverty line, Population Targeted Public Distribution System (PDS) and policy implementation in context of globalization. Processing constant relation of the food processing to national dietary guidelines and food consumption pattern. Food-based dietary approaches to eliminate hunger, nutrients deficiency, micronutrients deficiency, protein energy malnutrition or protein calorie malnutrition, PEM and PCM, micronutrient deficiency and HRD in context of work capacity of women and children, food grain productivity and food security. So these are the important syllabus of paper 2 of agriculture, optional paper agriculture. It includes 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. I in front of you summarize both the papers, paper 1 of agricultural option and as well as paper 2. So if you think it is informative, then like, share and subscribe my channel Magadputra. Thank you. Have a great day.